Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the strangest episode of this podcast that you will ever see. That's not true actually. Yeah, we are in a field somewhere. I thought, hey, let's if we're gonna do this, let's do this a little differently than we usually do it. Let's go somewhere, as we said we would do eventually with all of this. And also, if anybody comes up to me and asks me what I'm doing, I'm an English teacher and I decided to teach my class today outside. So welcome to the English class. You guys are very good students. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Because this is a very fun thing that I get to do out here. And there was a spot that I was looking to film at today, but fortunately it was unable to, which is what it is. How's it going? um, oh boy, it's crazy because I got here and originally there was it was like very barren right now, but now it's oh hello. Hi, how's it going? Oh, this is great. This is lovely. Anyways, guys, this is My Tiny Little House, episode number 13. No, wait, are we on 13 or 12 or 13? I can't check because we don't have any cell service here. I'm gonna move back in the camera a little bit. Sorry, you guys had to deal with my fake intro. It's just that I've said what's gonna happen is if for whatever reason people come up to me and ask me what I'm doing, I'm gonna say I'm teaching an English class. That's gonna be my alibi. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm teaching an English class. I teach for a bunch of students. Nobody wants. I feel kind of bad. Nobody wants anything to do with me right now. And okay, in my defense, okay, and I'm gonna say it in my defense. I came here. I was here before anybody else that just walked by. For the record, I was here before anybody else. And oh my god, are you kidding me right now? I'm gonna be so pissed if that's what I think it is. Okay, so anyways, yes, we're in a field somewhere today. There was a spot that I wanted to freaking film at earlier, but somebody was there. I think, did they leave? No, they didn't leave yet. Okay, wait, no, they had pink shorts on. Those are gray shorts. Never mind, wrong person. Anyways, man, oh man, I thought, if we're gonna be doing an episode, it's been I didn't record on Tuesday. I forgot. It's not that I forgot to. I've had migraines pretty much all week. And I was like, what would be nice is if when I come back from feeling a little more like I'm Daniel once again, feeling a little more like I'm myself again, I'm going to do what I've been saying I'm going to do with this show, with this podcast. I'm going to actually go somewhere and record an episode here, because why not? What am I doing otherwise? Because like I said, I said when the weather gets nice that I want to find a new look. I want to go places. I want to do this episode. I want to do these episodes be a little more interesting and whatnot. And we just so happen to have a field that when I showed up. Okay, so I showed up here roughly about. I want to say, oh my God. Okay, geez Louise, I didn't realize how much time slipped away. I showed up here roughly 20 minutes ago, and there was a spot over to my left, which would be. I don't think YouTube mirrors this, so you're right. No, wait, you're over there where I'm pointing. Audio listeners, I'm sorry. Also, the wind is blowing this episode. I have two microphone sources. I have my clip-on microphone, but I also have my I didn't bring a wind filter for this, so this might be the windiest episode of the podcast. So sorry if the audio is kind of stinky and bad. But there was a spot that I scouted out, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait until that person leaves so that I can take that spot, because it's underneath a nice tree. There's a bench. What is it called? A picnic table? That kind of, yeah, that's what it's called, a picnic table. That's a perfect spot to just sit down, plop my little cheeks down and record an episode of the podcast. So I'm like, okay. I wait about 20 minutes. I'm like, you know what? I forgot I'm supposed to meet my friend for lunch later. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna go and film somewhere, record, just find a random spot in the field and just record. Sit down, put my laptop down, which I'm a little worried about the heat of my laptop, but that's neither here nor there. Did I just stop the recording? No, I didn't. Okay. Kind of a mess of an episode. I always thought that these would be... No, you know what? This is my fault. This is all my fault if I'm being entirely real with you guys. I'm being entirely real with you guys. This is all my fault. Also, put your dog on a fucking leash, bro. Okay, I'm gonna go on a rant, but not too loud. I'm gonna go on a little rant right now. There is somebody here, and I get the feeling that I'm gonna have to move because this guy has his dog off leash, which, like, there's other people here, and I'm gonna say this right now. As a dog owner myself of 3 dogs, I don't care how much you think you trust your dog. I don't care how much you think you know your dog. Put your dog on a fucking leash, man. Like, do it. Put your dog on a leash. None of this shit, man. Because now he's coming over. Oh my god. It better be a retractable leash. I wonder if that's can I sue if he damages my shit? I have no idea. Anyways, I might be talking a little too loud. He's closer than I am realizing. That's kind of the part of being like somebody who's been inside for the past like 3 days. Just not able to leave the house because my head hurts so bad. It's been really rough. I haven't had a good run with it recently. My migraines have been really bad, and then when my migraines are really bad, like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. This is one of the worst migraines I've ever had. This was like objectively the worst migraine I've ever had, I think, at least in my adult life. I used to get really bad ones when I was a teenager. And then I started smoking weed, but now it's like I'm at an age where it's like I can't be getting stoned during the day. I can't be doing that. That's like, you can't, I'm past that. I'm past that prime, So anyways, I just end up sitting in bed. I end up wallowing about it all day, and that really stinks. Nobody wants to do that, right? That's no fun. So I guess to describe this migraine a little bit more, it was so bad that I didn't have my vision back for like all of Monday. It was like Sunday night into almost all of Monday. And then I think also like some of Tuesday. It's all kind of blurred to me. The past few days have been kind of a blur to me. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go live, and I feel really bad about that. I don't like not being able to do that. I like being able to create stuff, and that's why I'm out here, I was thinking the reason why is because I think being out here, specifically out here, especially in this field, which I want to maybe get some field shots at some point, just video of the field, because it reminds me a lot of the Nurture album cover, which is one of my favorite records right now. I still really, really enjoy that one. That was actually what I listened to on my way here, was Nurture by Porter Robinson. Highly suggest that album. I think that's my album of the year, even though I've said this, I think, previously, but like, I think you can have an album of the year that isn't released that year. You know what I mean? Because it came out in 2021. Oh, there's already ticks crawling on me and stuff. This is amazing. Oh man. Okay. I guess to circle back to what's going on over by where I wanted to film the episode originally. There's there's some like teenager doing like a fit check, but like he's been doing it for like half an hour, and he's just been like, I kind of want to stand up for a second and like do an impression of him, but it's kind of embarrassing because I'm pretty sure you can see me. But he was kind of like doing like I don't even know how to describe it. It's what I imagine like a big fan of like Net Spend does in their free time in the mirror. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. That kind of brings me to my next point, or my first thing that I was thinking about on my way. Another thing that I was thinking about on my way here. I had a very busy morning. Go figure, if you're in bed for 3 days, you're like stuck in bed, that all of a sudden all those things that you had to get done just kind of hit you all at once. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at right now with getting caught up and stuff like that. I actually have to run to the bank after this and then go meet my friend for lunch, but I totally lost my train of thought. What was I? Oh yeah, okay. Like getting in on new trends and stuff like that. I'm 25 years old, right? I don't get in on new trends as much anymore. I feel like once I hit like 23, it's like when you start to like, you're like, haha guys, I'm still young, guys, I'm still clinging on to it. And then eventually start hearing about these things and you're like, what? Who are these people? What are these things? However, I have discovered an artist that I really like, and that is Tu Hollis. I hope I'm saying that name right. Tu Hollis. Very much enjoy his music. their music. I don't know what their shebang is. I'll use they, them for now. Very much enjoying Two Hollis recently. That's another musical suggestion. Go listen to Two Hollis. My allergies are kind of killing me. I didn't start getting allergies until recently either. I need to like zen out for a second. Just kind of like admire the field. And also, I'm scratching my nose, not picking it. Thank you very much. Also, I highly suggest if you're going to watch this episode that you watch the video, or you listen to this episode, you listen to or watch the video version. It's definitely worth it. I think also the environment that you're in definitely influences how you think and how you feel. And right now I feel like I'm prey. And I want to feel more like a predator. I want to feel more like a predator in this field. I want to feel more like I'm preying on people. No, that's going to be taken way out of context. Oh, goddamn. It's because, okay, whenever somebody walks by in the background, which, by the way, I reserve the right. I'm the focus of this video, okay? I'm the one in frame, in center of the camera. If you walk behind me, that's your own fault. Not my fault. But yeah, this is, oh, I love the sounds of all the bees. This is horrible for ADHD people. You know, maybe it's neurotypical people. Is that what it's called? You're neurodivergent means you diverge from the neuro. And if you're neurotypical, it means you're the typical neuro. Is that how that works? Neurological? I don't know. I don't know what any of these things really mean, if I'm being honest. I'm just kind of yelling into the void. I also will say, if our camera... Okay, we're going to get back to the original, like, Two Hollis, me feeling old type shit thing in a minute. But, like, if this video... if for whatever reason, like, my laptop battery dies or the camera battery overheats or something like that, because it is kind of... It's, like, 75 degrees and the sun's beating down on us hard, but... If for whatever reason, I'm just going to throw this one up on the Patreon as kind of like an exclusive, and then I'm going to have to grind this weekend to get episode 13 out. Fingers crossed that it's a good advertisement for the Patreon. Hey guys, we have a Patreon, $5 a month, best bang for your buck, best content on there. Very funny stuff, very good stuff. You get extra extended episodes and bonus content, bonus podcast episodes twice a month at the very minimum, and then every now and then you'll get like maybe just an extra little video here and there. Anyways, back to big fan of Two Hollis right now. Very much been listening to a lot of Two Hollis, and I feel like I'm like, I feel like if I were to go to a concert, which I don't like concerts, but if I were to go to a Two Hollis show, I feel like I would be like somebody's dad standing there, be like, oh, I like the young kids' music. This is great. Like, I feel like I'm aged out of these things now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not at that age anymore where I can, like, stay up to date with the trends. I'm kind of locking in. I'm locking in like the weirdest way. That's what this really is. I'm locking in. It's a very strange type of locking in, if I'm being honest with you. It's very much like, I feel like me trying to keep up to date with trends right now is very much that one. There's this one clip of Dave Portnoy, the Barstool guy, where I guess he has some like TikTok drama news show with Barstool to keep it young and hip with the kids, There's this like one clip where like I guess one of the other co-hosts, I don't know who she is, she goes like, did you hear that, like, insert the name of like two TikTok influencers that I've never even heard of. Did you hear that they broke up? And then he just goes, his reaction, there's a bug on me. His reaction is he like Home Alone kid. He like does the Home Alone kid thing. He just goes like, oh, like that. Like he does like the scream face. And I feel like that clip is so imprinted on me that every time I think about like finding out about something new, that like plays in my head. It's like that. What's that meme of like the Pharaoh's curse meme? Like that sound plays in my head, and then that like image of Dave Portnoy doing the like splash, the scream face like splashes into my brain and into my mind. Oh, there's a little red bug on the mic. I'm gonna flick him off. Get off. Not for you. Lyme disease is very real, and I realize that I'm at risk of it right now. I'm actually, if anything, guys, I'm kind of, this is a bit of an expose video. No, that's not what I meant. God damn, I thought getting out here would really clear my head. But it really isn't. If anything, it's making it worse. Damn, dude, maybe I should stay inside. Maybe I shouldn't touch grass. Maybe people like me were meant to be online. I think somebody left because of me. I think I made somebody leave. I think my comments, you know what it is? This kind of like, no, it doesn't prove my bias. or not my bias, but my theory. And my theory is that like people actively avoid seeing a camera in public these days. Like I feel like years ago, like if you walked into, I always think of that one video that's like go like 7-Eleven in the 1980s or something like that, and it's this video of these like teenagers, maybe like late teens, early 20s, with a camcorder, like one of the earliest camcorders I imagine, like handheld ones, going into a 7-Eleven, or maybe it was, yeah, no, it wasn't 90s, it was definitely 80s, and it was like everybody kind of wanted to be on camera. It's like, hi, hello. And nowadays I feel like people see it and they think you're Jack Doherty. Like immediately everybody's like, oh, you're Jack, like you're going to Jack Doherty me. You're going to bump into me or punch me or something like that. And then all of a sudden, like, you know, just like a bodyguard's going to come out of nowhere and just fucking, you know, or those people that, there's those fucking people. It really pisses, I feel wrong swearing out here. I feel like I'm committing a crime. There's also those people that like go into like fast food places and what do? They like get in there and they get up on the counter and they go like, yo, what the fuck? And they just be really obnoxious. I feel like everybody just assumes you're that if you have like a camera in public, and or you're like filming in any like public space that isn't your bedroom or a studio or like a warehouse, which funny enough, actually, like low key, I've thought about how much my productivity. Do you say productivity or productivity? I say productivity. How much my productivity would increase if I were to like, oh my God, he's still fucking doing the fit checks. If I were to not be making content in my bedroom, because my bed is right there. Like my bed is literally right there. I can just like, it's like, oh, I can either get up and, you know, make a Let's Play video or record a podcast episode and kind of have like a backlog of stuff. Or I can lay in bed and scroll on TikTok, which is poison. Don't scroll TikTok. It's not, don't doom scroll is really what it is. You can go on TikTok, that's fine. But don't doom scroll. Anyways, I'm ragging on this guy. Whoever they are, I'm like ragging on them a little bit. Circling back to the kid who's doing like fit checks over there. I'm ragging on him, but he's doing literally the same thing that I do. Like I'm no different than him right now. We are one in unison right now, unless he comes over and he like Jack Doherty's me. That's a new term. No, what did I say? Oh, I forgot. I said this to my friend a couple of years ago. I want to say like maybe 2 years ago. Maybe it was just a year ago. I don't really remember. My memory no good. I said to him, it was like Nelk Boys have done irreparable damage to like content creators filming anywhere ever, because it really started with them. Like they were the crux of like, they were like the start of the downfall. It was like, hey, we're a bunch of like 20-something-year-old like frat boys, and we're gonna go terrorize a Costco for a day and film it and go on YouTube and then get like a bunch of big brand deals and then, you know, suck Trump's cock. And which is weird because I think they're Canadian, right? Aren't like Nelk Boys Canadian? I don't know. I'm out here. I'm out here being a hater. I'm literally out here in the field being a hater. But what do you guys? Okay, kind of. There's a lot of circling back. I feel like we need to collect our thoughts a little bit more, which I'm fidgeting with this grass a lot, and I fidget with things a lot, maybe too much. But, you know, maybe I am just getting old. Maybe I am unk status. Maybe I've been unk status since I was like 16 years old. Maybe I am just settling down. Maybe I've been settling down for a decade now. That's crazy to think about. Oh man, now I'm thinking about all the future episodes that we can do. Once I'm like, oh yeah, who cares? We're filming in public. We could do like when it's like fall, we could do like a bonfire episode. I could like start a little fire in my backyard and we could do a little like campfire episode. That could be fun. That could be cool. That could be a good time. Speaking of time, what are we at? Oh no. Okay, we're still good. We're still cruising along. We're 20 minutes into the episode. What else happened this week? Besides not a whole lot. Oh shit. I have to tell you guys about my biggest blunder today. I completely forgot that this happened. But earlier today, before I came here, this was about like maybe 3 hours ago this happened. 3 hours ago as of this happening. I went to a Dollar Tree, not my usual Dollar Tree, a different one. I don't know, something in the air today said today's gonna be different. It's gonna be a good different, right? And I was like, okay, I was like, damn, all right, let's freaking commit to this. I'm taking off my Apple Watch. Let's commit to that vibe. And I went to a Dollar Tree, not the one that I usually go to. And I don't think I'm ever going to go back to this Dollar Tree after what happened. I actually don't think I can after what happened. I'm waiting at checkout, right? There's this old lady in front of me. She's getting some stuff, and she's, as you do at Dollar Tree. And I'm holding a Diet Coke that's fresh out of the little mini fridge that they have at the checkout. I was also getting some Flamin', what are they called? Flamin' Hot Goldfish? No, Frank's Red Hot Goldfish, one of my favorites. And as I'm like waiting at checkout, I'm like, I had a few other things too. Oh, cicada, like right over there, some kind of bug that's making a noise that I don't like. The fucking Diet Coke can like slips out from my fingers. And this Diet Coke can, mind you, was one of those Diet Coke cans that like this thing fell off the truck and somehow Chef Boyardeed its way into that Dollar Tree. I don't know how this thing managed to get into the store with how mangled this can was, but I'm like, you know what? I'm desperate for a Diet Coke. I'm not going to be picky about the condition of the can, okay? But of course it slips right out of my hands, hits the floor, and the thing it kind of went at like a trajectory that like went towards the old lady that was at checkout, and it just fucking exploded like all over her. Like it was at least enough to like cover like at least her shoes, her pants, a little bit of her shirt, like just got obliterated with Diet Coke. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm fucked. There's some kind of lawsuit that she can hit me with. Oh, we got a B. Oh, okay. Never mind. There's some kind of lawsuit she can, the Diet Coke attack lawsuit or something like that she can hit me with. And luckily, I immediately profusely apologized. Like this thing just whoosh, and like a rocket. It was like Team Rocket from Pokemon blasting off into outer space, but instead of like going into like little pink in the sky, it was all over this old lady. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like I'll pay for your stuff. And she starts like laughing. She's like, don't even worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. She's like, are you okay? She asked me if I was okay. And I was like, god damn, I don't know. I don't know if I am okay. Because I like that completely just like fried my brain. I was like, holy shit, like that just like, that just happened kind of moment. That's what I had right then and there. And I froze up. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe like, luckily they didn't like make me pay for the can of Diet Coke that exploded. I mean, it's Dollar Tree, what are they losing $1.25 on one can of Diet Coke? Pretty sure they get that shit for free anyways. Like, I feel like people just kind of like, how do those stores get their stuff? Like, how does it go? Like, what's the chain of like, how do they get like why don't grocery stores just buy? Do they get the extra stock? Are Dollar Trees and dollar stores just like the TJ Maxx's of food? Well, I mean, they have other things other than food, but I'm really only buying food from Dollar Tree now that I think about it. I'm only ever really getting like snacks and drinks and stuff like that there. No, that's not true. I bought a battery for my remote for my camera there. Anyways, yep, still doing fit checks. It's been exactly almost an hour since, wow. Not since we started recording, but since this guy's been doing a fit check by a tree. The tree that I wanted to record by. And hey, if you're watching this episode, guy who's doing the fit check by the tree for like a while, you can reach out and I'll have you on an episode and you can explain your side of the story and how you ruined my day. You ruined my day. I was going to record by that tree and you ruined my day. I wonder if somebody's going to be like listening to this episode on Spotify and they're gonna like skip ahead. They're not even gonna read the title. They're just gonna be like, oh, like new My Tiny Little House episode. Let's put this on. Beep. And then they're just gonna hear like the whooshing sound of the winds and be like, is this guy on the wing of an airplane? Is this guy like, is he on the rehearsal right now on the airplane simulation that they have set up? Did he get like exclusive access from Nathan Fielder to be, on the rehearsal, which I've been obsessed with that show. I just watched episode 2 of season 2 this morning. That before I exploded Diet Coke all over an old woman at Dollar Tree, I went and watched. Rolled over in bed and watched it on my TV. And I'm really curious to see this one. It's a little more of a. I'm finding that this season's a little more of a slow burn than the previous season was. Like the previous season did like there was an overarching thing, and that was like the family that Nathan was simulating. But with this one, it's a little more like I don't want to say grounded, but like a little not. What am I looking for? What's the word that I'm looking for to describe it so far? We're only 2 episodes in. Is that there's like a bigger focus on one thing, but he's still kind of doing like little things here and there, but they're all aiding towards this one thing. And on the episode, a big theme of it was rejection, because he kind of simulates, I guess, like Canada's Got Talent, which is like, if you can't picture what that is, the Canadian version of America's Got Talent. Throughout the episode, he's like rejecting these like wannabe up and coming singers, but you can tell he's like, you got to watch the episode. I'm not going to do it any justice, but rejection is an interesting thing to think about. And it got me thinking, like, it's good. Like, rejection's objectively good for you as a person. And I remember when I was younger and I was a musician and I played music, various, a few different instruments. I think back to it, I'm like, I never really got like rejected from like any like audition that I did. Quite frankly, I never did many, but it was, I think maybe it would have humbled me a little bit. Or maybe I'm the type of person that doesn't need rejection. Maybe I'm the opposite. Maybe I need more assurance. Maybe that's the answer. It's like there's people who are too overconfident, they need to be taken down a notch, and there's people who are not confident enough and they need to be brought up a little bit. Gee, I feel like I just figured out the most like freshman year of high school, or like, I don't know, 8th grade ass fucking, thesis statement there for something. Anyways. Oh man. It feels like I've been out here for like 5 minutes, but it's been like, we're not even at half an hour. Jiminy Cricket. I hope that is that correct? You know what I found out? Oh, I found out recently, I forgot when, like over the weekend, that I always thought the term was happy as a clown, but it's happy as a clam. Happy as a clam. Why are clams fucking happy? What do clams have to be happy about? Happy as a clown. Clowns are happy. Have you seen what they look like? Have you seen their face? It's painted on their face. Objectively, clowns are happier than clams. Objectively. So I'm going to reclaim the phrase, maybe a poor choice of words there. I'm going to redefine. That's a better choice of words there. The term, okay? It's happy as a clown. Clowns are happy. You ever met I've met a few sad clowns. Jack Doherty. Never met him, but, I've seen him. Jack Doherty definitely comes to mind. That's a sad clown right there. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe happy as a clam makes more sense. But where did we're going to look that up if we have cell service. Be a shame if I died out here, right? No cell service. Let's look that up. Where did the term happy as a clam come from? I'm going to see this real quick. Where did, the term happy as a clam come from? So what is clam? Okay. Oh, here we go. The phrase as happy as a clam is derived from the full phrase as happy as a clam at high water. Clams are collected during the low tide. Oh, so man, that's so dark. That's so dark. So it's like, why is everything shrouded in darkness? The world we live in is just shrouded in darkness. Even our phrases. I really have to itch my nose. And I almost want to like walk off camera to do it. But like, everything is shrouded in darkness. So the term happy as a clam is derived from the fact that they're not going to die, because they're happy as a clam in high water, so they're not going to die. Why is everything shrouded in darkness all the time, always? I feel like there's always the over-looming allegory of death in everything. You know what I mean? I understand it's inevitable, and they're catching those clams to freaking kill them and eat them. So I get it that it's inevitable, but it's like, what, like, oh, man. No, we got to redefine the term. It's happy as a clown. You want to know why? Clowns are supposed to be happy. Birthday parties, the carnival. I don't think I've ever met a fucking clown. Besides myself, I don't think I've ever actually met a clown. That's food for thought. I've never met like an actual clown. No birthday parties I ever went. What do I know about clowns then? What do I know about clowns then? Who am I to say anything right now about clowns? Really, who am I to say anything about clowns? Man, I guess I just don't know anything. I've never met a clown before. Maybe that's like a thing we got to do for like a YouTube video is I meet a clown. And maybe that's how I find out. My MacBook sounds like a freaking jet engine right now. Maybe that's how I find out that I have a fear of clowns. Maybe that's how I find out that I'm like secretly afraid. Maybe the reason why I've never met one, I say in air quotes, is because I have met a clown before, but I blocked it out because it was so traumatic when I was like a child, and I'm actually like afraid of clowns. My parents have been protecting me all these years up until 25 years of age, and they're gonna find out that I'm making that YouTube video because I actually think that'd be very fun. Like I become a clown. Oh my god, no, I have. That's all a lie. Everything I say is lies, dude. What the fuck is wrong with me? Dude, I'm trying to think of a content creator or somebody who's just like a big fat freaking liar. Onision, he probably lies about a lot of things. Also, Onision's like one of those people that like he's like Beetlejuice. You say his name and you fucking summon him to your comment section. Hi, if you're watching this. I have met a clown before, actually. This is a really funny story. My phone. Okay. It's a funny story because I met a clown. I'm putting my Apple Watch back on because I'm getting paranoid that I'm going to lose it. Yeah. I met a clown at my old job. I used to work at a carousel, which is really funny to think about. That I used to work at a carousel and I met a clown there. And you guys want to know what the clown was doing at the carousel? Applying for a job. And you know what we did? We rejected them. Why did we reject the clown? I won't say their name because I do know that they actually do work professionally as a clown. I won't say their clown name, but it was a very good clown name if I've ever heard one. If I had to define like a good clown name, I'd be like, you kind of popped off with this one. Maybe I could reach out to this clown and be like, hey, you do birthday parties? You do carnivals? You do whatever other place that clowns go to? Do you want to do a YouTube video? Would you do a YouTube video? Would you come to my house and you teach me the basics of becoming a clown? Or maybe I go to you and I learn the basics of becoming a clown so that I can, there's a big truck going by. Oh, baby, look at that thing. So that I can learn the ways of the clown. So I can redefine the term from happy as a clam to happy as a clown. So I can actually learn the ways of the clown. Are you down to clown? I think that's what Insane Clown Posse says. That's another thing about clowns. Why are we talking about fucking clowns? How did we get on this topic? Yeah, okay. How did we get on this topic? Unmedicated ADHD. Oh, rant time. Okay, we're at that, it looks like it's rant o'clock. Somebody was within earshot when I said that. Basically, if you can't tell, I have unmedicated ADHD, and I was on top of the migraine thing this past week. I was like, hey, I want to maybe inquire about going back on my medication, or going on medication. I've actually never like officially taken ADHD meds. And I was like, man, I want to inquire about going on ADHD meds, and then also maybe finding some kind of a medication for my migraines or something like that, something I can do, right? And every doctor that I called up was like, because I haven't had health insurance in like 6 years, 5-6 years, I don't really know, except for like very recently I have health insurance, and I'm like, okay. I'm gonna call up like every doctor in my area that like takes my insurance, and like none of them can take me until like the end of the year. One of them can't take me till October. The other one was like, because like I count as like a new patient, right? They're like, oh, we don't accept new patients until. What do you mean new patient? You don't want my business? Even though it's my insurance paying for it, you don't want my business? That's making me upset. I'm also gonna cover the MacBook so it's not overheating. Okay. Cool. Anyways, I'm like, you don't want to help me until the end of the year? I'm supposed to waste this entire summer just being an ADHD riddled mess? This feels fucked up. This feels kind of wrong to me, you know? So yeah, that was my whole thing of like, I was like, finally, I'm like, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to do everything in my power to fight back against my own brain, quite physically and mentally. Because physically, like, your brain goes ouch when you have migraines, and then like mentally, because ADHD just destroys me mentally, makes me a freaking crazy person. That just doesn't stop talking about clowns and clams in a field somewhere. Look at all the little bugs flying by. I wonder how many ticks I have on my body right now. I wonder how many ticks I have on my persons right now. I'll have to check myself for ticks at some point. I don't know how to do that though, really. Anyways. Of course I know how to check myself for ticks. What the hell am I saying? I'm watching a dog run in the field right now. He's off leash. Not a fan of that, like I said earlier in the episode. Not a big fan of that. Don't like what I'm seeing right there. And update on Fit Check guy. Still doing them. Still just kind of standing there. They've been there for, I mean, at least, I don't want to say like, at least I'm doing something. I'm not doing much of anything at all. I'm sitting here yapping into a microphone, not even making eye contact with the camera. What I almost want to like go over there and just be like, yo, what's up? Like, what are you doing? Maybe we can collab. Maybe that's my future like best friend, and we can like make an awesome fit check podcast together where we listen to frickin' Two Hollis and we do fit checks. Could be kind of cool. Something of food for thought to think about. Oh, speaking of food and thoughts, I had an idea for a YouTube video recently. Not the clown one. We're on a different topic now. I had an idea for a YouTube video recently, and that was every time I go to the thrift store, just for like, this is like the backstory here is where I got the idea from. Every time I go to the thrift store, I always see ice cream making machines, like the little like cheap ones that like, not like we're not talking Ninja Creamy. Is that what it's called? The Ninja Creamer or whatever it's called. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking like little hand cranking things that you use to make, like you pour the milk in and not the milk, but like the cream and the sugar, and maybe you add flavors to it to make it a little special. I was like, how awesome would it be if I did an entire, like, if I made a YouTube video where I just made like weird ice cream flavors and tried them out. And then I thought to myself, I've never had an original thought before because Ted Nivison's done it. I just watched Garrett Watts do it last night on his channel where he made grass-flavored ice cream. I can't even be that creative. But then I remembered something. Everybody borrows ideas from somewhere on the internet. And it's okay if you like an idea enough to be like, I'm going to do that, but do my own spin on it. And then I started thinking about, well, what flavor of ice creams would I make if I had an ice cream making machine? I think first I would do Diablo sauce from Taco Bell flavored ice cream. I think it's my first thing that I want to do. That would be like that would be fun. You know, it's like it's sweet and cold, but it's also hot and spicy at the same time. I feel like the flavor combo would be interesting. I wonder what it would look like. Like, what would the color come out to be? Like, it would almost look like tar or something like that. So that's like an idea. I can do that. What were the other ideas? I was actually a little last night, if you know what I mean. And I just think I swallowed a bug when I did that, the weed smoking gesture. I think I swallowed a big old bug. I came up with all these ideas for like different ice cream flavors, like nobody's ever done chocolate before. No, that's not true. Everybody's done chocolate ice cream. Everybody under the sun has made it before. But there was like Diablo sauce, I think would be a very fun ice cream flavor to try out. Oh no, this is bad for the video when I do eventually find it. The ice cream maker, that is, because I learned from Mr. Matt Pat Game Theory that's actually a really bad idea. Really bad idea to I'm just gonna make, okay, we're still recording. It's a really bad idea to give away the idea of what your video is, or like the big like surprise, the shebang of your video, before you actually do it, or like at the like in the thumbnail. You don't want to give away too much. You want to get people to click like, oh, curiosity. Curiosity is what I think fuels a lot of people, creative types, but also it fuels people to want to click on a video. You're curious. Herm, what kind of ice creams is Daniel gonna come up with? Where did he acquire the ice cream machine from? Maybe it won't be from a thrift store. Maybe I'll buy a brand new one today when I'm going to Target later. Maybe I'll go buy a brand new one today. Who knows? I want to keep you guys in a little bit of suspense, but I'll come up with one more flavor, and that's going to be Lyme disease flavor. And I'm going to put lime zest, and then some kind of disease. Maybe I'll just cough into it. Lyme disease. There you go. I probably have a couple diseases kicking around in my immune system. I probably got a couple things clanging around in there. You know what I mean? Probably got a couple little bugs creeping and crawling around in my immune system. Anyways, keep people in suspense, and also curiosity. Pursue curiosity. That's a good little piece of advice, I think. That's something I'm actively trying to do more. Is I'm trying to it kind of is like a continuation of what I've been saying previously in episodes of the podcast, where it's like, don't actively listen to your thoughts if you have thoughts that are telling you making you second guess things. Which I almost let them get the best of me today. I almost turned around and was like, oh no, somebody's doing freaking fit checks at the spot. They're literally still doing it. Somebody's doing freaking fit checks at the spot that I was going to record at. Oh, fuck me. I'll just turn around and go home. But then I was like, you know what? No, that's that side of my brain that I need to not listen to. And I need to listen to the curious side of my brain. Oh, well, what if things don't turn out the way that I planned them to? And I go out into a field and we make a freaking bomb-ass episode, which I think we did. I think we've made a pretty bomb-ass. This one's good. This one for the books. I mean, this is one for the books. Okay. No. Get away from my bag, you little fucker. There's a spider. Listen, I don't like killing bugs, but I don't want to be bringing that thing into my car. I don't know if it's poisonous. I don't know if it's venomous. I don't know if I'm going to turn around and show my back to the camera. I don't want to kill it. I don't like killing bugs. It's bad for the environment or something. Don't go inside. I don't know where it went. What if it crawls inside of my MacBook and it explodes? I just realized how many fucking... Dude, I definitely have a couple spiders creeping and crawling around on me. Maybe we'll film the Patreon version of this somewhere else. Maybe we'll film the Patreon version of this episode, not here. Maybe we'll go back home. There's a pic... Bruh. There's been a picnic table over there. But, it's too close to the road. The audio would really suck. Anyways, what was I saying about spiders and shit? I don't like killing them. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to show my back to the camera, and there's just going to be a big black widow spider just sprawled all over my back, and I'm not even going to notice it. And then what's going to happen is it's going to bite me right before the Patreon version of the episode. And then during the Patreon version, I'm going to be slowly succumbing to the death of the venom of a black widow spider. Are they I think they are present in the state that I live in. I also want to know, oh my God, something went in my mouth. I want to know, are black widow spiders deadly? If I get bit by one, do I die? The bite of a black widow can produce severe symptoms, but is seldom fatal, which means not very frequently. Word of the day, seldom. Means not often. I finally itched my nose. You guys can make fun of me. Except in young children and older adults. Is 25 considered old? I don't really know. One day, I will never find out, actually, quite frankly. I don't think I'll ever get to the bottom of that one. Maybe once it's too late, I'll get to the bottom of, is 25 too freaking old? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Anyways, we are kind of getting, I don't want to say we're getting too close to the end of the episode. We didn't do word of the day. What we kind of did, we made up our own, but that feels like cheating. Because, like, pollen counts have been high. Thank you for letting me know that, Weatherbug. Let's do, I think we're at, like, a good time to do word of the day. What time? I can't see anything. What time are we at in the podcast? Okay. Yeah, we could do word of the day. Yeah, we could do word of the day now. The battery might die on both the camera and the laptop before I can record the Patreon extended edition out here. So we might have to do that one from home, unfortunately. Wompity womp. Womp womp patrons. Womp womp people who give me $5 a month. Anyways, let's see. Merriam-Webster.com. What is our word of the day? Show me. Word of the day. Convoluted. Ooh. No, play it out loud, please. Don't be shy.
Convoluted.
No.
Convoluted.
I feel like he said it wrong. Like, convoluted. No, it's convoluted. Say it with me, guys. Say it. Everybody, if you're watching this episode right now, say it right now. Convoluted. What it means, I know what it means, but in case you don't know, something described as convoluted is very complicated and difficult to understand, has many curves and turns. You know what's very convoluted? The U.S. Medical, what would you call it, like medical health insurance system. Very convoluted, if I do say so myself. Based on my experiences this week, that's my use, my experience. The U.S. health insurance system gave me a very convoluted situation this week. My migraine gave me a very convoluted beginning to my week this week. What's another use of it? Or like that I can think of. Actually, we could do the opposite. We could say the podcast setup that we have is not very convoluted because it's fairly easy for me to set up in a field and just record it out in the middle of nowhere. Even though we are not in the middle of nowhere, we are in fact very close to a road. So if something, a medical emergency were to happen, I can just run over there and wave down an ambulance that will definitely be passing by right as I'm running through. Man, I cannot wait to see how many ticks I have on me later. This is going to be fun, dude. Lyme disease is serious. Don't get it. My dog had it. Humans can get it. I know people with Lyme disease too. What am I fucking talking about? What is this? What is this show? What have we gotten to? Is there anything cool to look forward to? I'm trying to think. Anything cool to look? Not really. And that's kind of a problem, though. If you really think about it in life, the best thing in life is to have stuff. There's a spider crawling up my back. There's a spider crawling up my back. The best things in life, or the best times in your life, is when you have stuff to look forward to. So what I guess my parting advice for this episode is that if you feel like you're stuck at some point in your life, maybe things are a bit convoluted. There's a tick on me. Yep. Aha! I fucking called it, dude. Lyme disease. Lyme disease. I'm probably crawling with ticks, dude. I'm probably crawling with ticks. Crawling in my skin. Crawling with my ticks. I got ticks all over me, man. That was not fun. Not funny. Didn't laugh. It is tick season, and I don't want to get... This is going to be called the Lyme disease special. Do not get Lyme disease, guys. We'll do how about like a Lyme disease PSA? I should have brought like a blanket out here. That would have been better, honestly. Way better if I brought a blankie out here. I like how still the wind is now. Like it was kind of kicking up a little bit before, but now it's nice and simple, nice and easy going, easy flowing, easy blowing, easy going. Speaking of blowing, let's go check Urban Dictionary for their word of the day. They don't really do a word of the day, but unless they do, and if they do a word of the day, comment down below so I can find out where to find it. Urban Dictionary. Let's just see what's the first thing that comes up. Load. Oil check. Okay, let's see what this is. I check my oil in my car frequently. Maybe it's something similar. When one wrestler sticks his finger in his opponent's butt to gain a positional advantage. Nico was oil checked by Carol during their match. I would probably be pretty effective if I got a finger in my butt while wrestling. I've never really wrestled before. I can't say that I know what that's like, but I imagine getting a finger. Yeah, that would probably give you the advantage or put you at a disadvantage. And you know what's putting me at a big disadvantage right now is that there's a wasp getting rather close to me. And I'm not liking what I'm seeing right now. I'm getting afraid. I'm gonna swat at it when it gets close to me. Maybe if it does on the regular version of the episode. Because guys, if you want 30 more minutes of content, unfortunately, I didn't plan ahead for this. I didn't plan ahead for not having enough battery to film out in the field. That really sucks. But if you want more content, you want a little boost, a little pep in your step, for only $5 a month, you can go over to our Patreon. Link down in the description if you want to subscribe and give me $5 a month. That'd be great. I would really appreciate it. Helps me afford more Diet Cokes from Dollar Tree. That will explode all over an old lady at the checkout. It helps me maybe hire a clown for a YouTube. It helps me buy a freaking ice cream making machine so I can make cool ice cream for YouTube video and you guys can watch it and eat up my content schlop. Which, I'm going to say it, we got to stop calling it slop unless you're making actual slop content. Don't strive to make slop content. I feel like that's just you throwing in the towel. That's you getting lazy. Don't get lazy with content creation. Get out there and make fucking ice cream, okay? Maybe you're sick of covering TikTok drama and pogging when two people you don't even know break up. You could just make a freaking YouTube video of you making ice cream. Nobody's gonna complain. Make a pizza flavored ice cream. Now we have an idea. Oh, my phone. I hate dropping my phone in the dirt. Anyways, guys. I think that this is a solid conclusion to the episode. A little bit different. I think we'll prepare more next time. I have a great location for next week's episode. If the weather persists, fingers crossed, if the weather persists, I have a great location for next week's episode. You guys can look forward to that. Excuse me, I keep burping up. Oh my goodness gracious. And if you're a Patreon subscriber and you're upset that why you can't film the rest of the episode in the field, I didn't plan ahead, and I'm sorry, and that's one of my biggest blunders as a content creator. Anyways, guys, this has been my tiny little house episode number. I want to say we're on 13. I don't really remember. This week has been kind of fucked for me. In fact, we were late to uploading the last episode. But that's my problem to deal with and not yours. Your problem is to watch my damn content. Well, guys, catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye. Checking myself for ticks real quick.